Hey everyone, it's Ichi here on our Zesha Wednesday. Today is August 30th, I believe. July 30th. July 30th. August is here, and just wanted to get on a Facebook Live to talk about something interesting that happened to me this summer, and it made me think I need to share it with everyone on our Zesha Wednesday. So, July 30th, August is 2 days from 2 days away. And so, wanted to talk a little bit about August, 5 months to the end of the year. I was right here January 1st, 2025, and now we have 5 months remaining to the end of the year. Have you accomplished your 2025 goals? No, we'll save that for another Wazesha Wednesday. But anyway, so I had something interesting happen to me this summer. And, we were in Mexico with the extended family. We had a really fantastic time. And one of the things that we did out there was we took a day out where you go and explore the mountains, do different activities. It was intense activities, right? So we had zip lining, we had, you know, whatever, the thing where you're coming down cliffs, and we had the thing where you're tubing and walking on those like bridges that are creaky and you feel like you're going to fall through, and just a lot of adventurous stuff. The first thing though that we did was zip lining, and it wasn't just one. I think there were 11 zip lines. None of us knew there were going to be 11, so we were at the first one. And we were us plus many other people who were part of sort of that crew for that, those 3 hours. So we sort of hike a little bit. We're hiking uphill, and we get to the point where the zip line start, right? And so everyone's wearing a helmet. Everyone's pretty secured, and we're 8 of us in our party, and then there's multiple parties of two, three. So total maybe we're 20 people. And the most fascinating thing happened. It's almost like clockwork. You could see the fear in people's eyes as they started stepping up to the zip line, right? So you had adults, you had kids, you had, all sorts of people. And you would see the fear in everyone's eyes as they step up, as they get like, safety harnessed, and then they hold on to the zip line, and then they go, right? So obviously, for most people who haven't done zip line, or even for those who do, it's very scary. There's a lot of anxiety. But what was interesting this time was what I heard not one person, not two people, but probably 3 or 4 people say. This is what they said, including someone in our party. My palms are sweaty. My palms are sweaty. I want you to think about that. So, palms were not sweaty at all throughout the entire trip. Palms were not sweaty when we drove that hour to get up the mountains to get to the zipline place. But as soon as the reality of what we were about to do hit, not only was it something mental where people were anxious, nervous, but it manifested itself in actual sweaty palms. And not only did it manifest in actual sweaty palms, the vocalization of sweaty palms became the reinforcement that this thing was not doable. Let me say that again. So, mentally anxious, heart beating, got it. That manifested in an actual physical response of sweaty palms, and that sweaty palms became the reason for not doing the zip line. And this happened not to one person, not to two people. I think it was 3 or 4 people. This is the very start of a 3 hour exploration, right? So we had 3 people quit at the very start. And all 3 people said the same thing. My palms are sweaty. So As I thought about that, I remembered this song I heard a long time ago. I think it's a really popular song. I'll spit out the lyrics and I'm curious to see who remembers this song. So it says, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweat already, mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking. How? Everybody's joking. Now the clock's running out. Time's up. Over. Wow. Lyrics for a song. I'm sure some of you may know what this song is. Oh, the hip hop artist and the song itself. But what really fascinated me was the people who said their palms were sweaty, and then this artist talking about getting ready to do a show and the palms are sweaty. So it was a manifestation of what we've talked about in Fumble, where we talk about fear. The fear and anxiety was so strong it manifested in actual physical sweat. So my question then is, why do we not take even the first step? The person whose palms were sweaty and was ready to go on the zip line presumably knew that they would be okay. They're not going to die. No one's going to die, right? I had seen a ton of people do the zip line, but still did not feel that they were fully prepared for that zip line. The palms were sweaty, physical manifestation of what was going on in their heart, in their mind, and the anxiety that was there. So here's what I want to talk about today. It's August 1st in exactly 2 days. July has 31 days, so you have presumably a few hours today, then you have all of tomorrow, then August is here. And then you have 5 months before 2025 ends. The question I have for you is, why are you letting your sweaty palms stop you from taking the first step? Come closer. Why are you letting your sweaty palms stop you from taking the first step? Whatever that first step is, promotion, job, six-figure income, wealth, health, mental health, whatever it is, the thing that you desire to do on January 1st, the thing that you push to April 1st, the thing that you push to June 1st, the thing that you push to post-summer is now here. The zip line is not going anywhere. And the only way down is to take the zip line. So I'm going to tell you what I think is stopping you from doing it. And it's not a bad thing, but I'll give you probably 3 or 4 things that I think hold us back, give us those sweaty palms, and stop us from making that first step. I think the first one is perfection. Each of us are waiting for that perfect moment. It was so interesting that as we were at the zipline place, people were like, my palms are sweaty, I need gloves. I need this thing to stop shaking. I need you to give me space. I need time. Like everyone's looking for that perfect set of circumstances, that perfect environment in order to take the first step. Perfect temperature, perfect mindset. Already, like I know when I play soccer, I'm always like, I wish for that perfect scenario where I'm not injured, I feel relaxed, I feel loose, the temperature's great, my clothes are clean. Like you're looking for that perfect circumstance in order to be your best. I watched this movie called Dark Matter. It's on Prime, where it's one of those sci-fi things. If you haven't watched it, it requires, if you're like me and your mind doesn't move as fast as the movie, it requires a lot of patience. But in it, this person said something that was spot on. They said, life is not about reaching some perfect destination. Life is not about reaching some perfect destination. It's the imperfections of life that amount to a different kind of perfection. I'll say it again. Life is not about reaching some perfect destination. It's the imperfections of life that amount to a different kind of perfection. So that's the first thing I want us to talk about today is perfection. Is the desire for a perfect environment, for perfection. Is that what's stopping you from jumping off? Is that what's stopping you from going on the zip line? Is that what's stopping you from waking up at 5:30 in the morning to go to the gym? Is that what's stopping you from doing a Facebook Live? Is that what's stopping you from posting something? Is that what's stopping you from raising your hand for that promotion, raising your hand for that new job? Is that what's stopping you from submitting that application for a job? Long time ago, we did some analysis to figure out why we weren't getting enough diversity in our pipeline, right? We were getting the same type of people applying all the time. And we came up with a lot of things that have really helped us with our pipeline. But one of the things that was, had been studied for a long time and is really interesting is the difference, generally, the difference between when a man feels he's ready to apply for a job and when a woman feels like she's ready to apply for a job. In most cases, the female will wait until they have 80 to 100% of the requirements before they submit an application for a job. Whereas the man will wait until he has 50 or 60, sometimes even 40%, and then hit submit. Now, I'm just using that as an example to say, oftentimes we are seeking perfection before we take that first step. When we know that perfection is a destination that not many people reach. Life is not about reaching some perfect destination. It's the imperfections of life that amount to a different kind of perfection. Okay, so let's put that one. Perfection. Please do not wait until you're perfect to start your journey. 2, certainty. So, another movie. It's the Pope movie. It's called The Conclave. If you haven't watched it, it's a fascinating movie. And in Conclave, I remember I was watching it, while I was doing other stuff, and then I stopped when this quote came up in the movie. Certainty is the enemy of tolerance. Our faith walks hand in hand with doubt. If there was only certainty and no doubt, there would be no mystery and therefore no need for faith. Certainty is the enemy of tolerance. Our faith walks hand in hand with doubt. If there was only certainty and no doubt, there would be no mystery and therefore no need for faith. We don't have to be 100% certain that we will be successful. We don't have to be 100% certain that this is the right path. We don't have to be 100% certain that this is the only way. So as you think about August 1st, and if you're seeking certainty, you're seeking assurance, I think it helps to boost your confidence if there's a sense of certainty. But let's not forget about faith. Faith is higher than certainty. Faith is what makes you take the leap. Faith is why several of us came to the US with $20 in our wallet. We had faith that would be okay. Faith is what makes us feel confident that tomorrow we'll wake up and we'll be able to go through our day to day. Faith is why we're able to educate our kids. Faith is the reason why we're able to have kids anyway, right? We don't have certainty about life. So if you're seeking certainty before taking that first step, I want you to reconsider. Certainty is the enemy of tolerance. Certainty is the enemy of faith. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. Certainly look for people who can boost you, who can help you, who can share things with you so you can boost your confidence. There's a difference between confidence and certainty. Confidence helps. Certainty hinders. Okay? I read this book. Well, I'm an audiobook guy, so now I listened to this book. It's been on my list for years. I just have not read it, but over the past, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I finally finished it, finally completed it. It's called Option B. If you haven't read or listened to Option B, dude, you have to. I mean, it is a book of just a ton of emotions. I wouldn't even start spoiling for you about what Option B is about. But in Option B, this is what I took away that I want to share with you. Over time, we regret the chances we missed, not the chances we took. Over time, we regret the chances we missed, not the chances we took. So I want you to think about it. So you're up there, you're about to go on the zip line, your palms are sweaty, everything's feeling like you're going to die, you're anxious and everything, but you're waiting for perfection. You're waiting for the right set of circumstances before you can take the zip line. You're up there, your palms are sweaty, you're looking for certainty. I mean, the certainty is clear. You have faith that you will get to the other end if you just take that leap of faith. But you're looking for certainty. What does that certainty mean? You want someone to ride with you all the way there? And then you don't think about the regret you're going to have for not taking the chance. Over time, we regret the chances we missed, not the chances we took. But I'll tell you this. I understand. For some people, it's extremely difficult to push through the fear. We've talked about it with Fumble. It's extremely difficult to push through the fear. And so I want to be very tolerant as I think through, where do you start? I mean, I've told you about perfection. I've told you about certainty. I've told you about regret, right? So where do you start? One of the things that's worked for me is leading with doing good. I think that if we abstract ourselves from the situation and say, let me not think about the benefit it has for me. Let me think about the benefit it has for others. When you lead with doing good, if there's a desire in your heart, especially as it pertains to doing good and being of service, it will manifest in ways that you never thought possible. So how does that even relate to doing the zip line? I was scared of doing the zip line, but my daughter's there, my son's there. I have to lead. And instead of thinking about myself, I have to abstract myself from it and say, what type of example can I set for someone else? Let me lead by doing good. Because if I lead by doing good and of being of service, then I will take that step. So as you think about what you have on your vision board from January 2025, what you came back to in April 2025 and said, okay, now's the time. What you pushed and postponed in June 2025 because of summer break. As you think about August 1st, if not for yourself, lead with doing good. Think about how what you're stopping or what you're not doing, how it's hindering someone else, how it's not being of service to someone else. I think all of us have been in this situation where people say, wow, you did so well, or you did so good, or I really thought about what you said. I hadn't thought about it that way. Or you just look at your kids and you see everything that you've done for them. Think about, if you do not take that step August 1st, you're going to be denying all those people the goodness that they're seeking from you. Lead with doing good. The second thing I would say is, and I've said it before, I think on a Wezesha Wednesday, is be naive, nurture naivety. Like, just Don't try and feel like you know things. Just be naive. Say, hey, you know what? I don't know, but I'm going to do it. Naivety inspires dreaming. It inspires innovation. It inspires daring. It inspires optimism. It inspires service. So just go in and like put your mindset to say, I'm just naive. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it. Be naive because naivety allows you to take that step. So I'm sure some of you are saying, okay, Chi, now this mindset thing, lead with service, I don't know, naivety. I mean, that's not helping me. That's not helping me. Let's be practical. Give me something practical. Okay, I'll say this. I was at a event last week with a lot of Georgia legislators, a lot of policymakers, a lot of educators, K through 12, college people, and we were trying to figure out what do we need to do to prepare the workforce for tomorrow, right? And I've said this 100 times or so on Wazesha Wednesday. I said it's really SMS, right? It's skill set, mindset, and strategy. Develop the skills that matter, right? Work on your mindset, an infinite mindset, not even a growth mindset, an infinite mindset, one that says that anything's possible. And then strategically articulate your value to boost your value worth. So I think even as we think about August 1st, if if you overcome your desire for perfection, if you overcome your desire for certainty, if you overcome the fact that you're going to regret the chances that you missed. So if you're able to overcome those, if you're able to get into the mindset of leading with good, and you're able to think about nurturing naivety and going into something just with a naive mind, perhaps one thing that could help you is to think about developing the skill set that's going to allow you to feel comfortable enough to overcome that fear, to overcome the perfection, to overcome the certainty that you're desiring, to allow you to lead with good, to allow you to nurture your naivety. So develop the skill that matters, whatever it is. I've talked a lot about the skills that I feel would help you make a good income, that help you work in corporate, that help you with the business you're running. But if not those skills, figure out what those skills are that you need so you can take that first step. Work on your mindset. An infinite mindset is the best tool that you'll ever have. And I know it's not easy for everyone. The whole nature versus nurture, the thing that tells you that you cannot do this. But I promise you, the infinite mindset is just it of all three things, mindset, skill set, and strategy, mindset is it. And even in the fumble framework, mindset is the number one thing. If you need help with just reframing so that you can get an infinite mindset, feel free, reach out. These are discussions that I love to have. How can I help you get into that mindset where anything's possible? And then lastly, be able to strategically articulate your value. If you're able to talk to your value, that helps you overcome a lot of these things that are stopping you when August 1st comes. I'll end with this. And I wish I knew what movie this came from. But it said, maybe it was the book option B. Start with who you are and then add, not subtract. So if anything today, reflect and reconcile with who you are, then add and not subtract. Number 2, don't try to be someone else. Be that someone else. I just came up with that, by the way. I wrote it down over here, right? Don't try to be someone else. Be that someone else. What does that mean? We always say, oh, I wish I was like. I want you to be that person that people say, I wish I was like them. So don't try to be someone else. Be that someone else. And I'll leave you with this, that I think ally.renee is the Instagram name. I think she says, what you're not changing, you're choosing. Okay? I'm sure you've heard it. I've read this somewhere else before. What you're not changing, you're choosing. So start with who you are, then add, not subtract, which means sit down and be very honest with yourself and say, August 1st is coming. Let me be very transparent with who I am. That way I can hold myself accountable. Then add. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be me. Don't try to be Jane. Don't try to be Gene. Don't try to be Eminem. Yes, that was the rapper who sang that. Right? Don't try to be those people, but be that someone else for someone. And then 3, what you're not changing, you're choosing. So make that change. How does Eminem's song end? It ends like this. Well, not it ends like this, but the chorus goes something like this. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself. And that was the title of today's Wazesha Wednesday. As we get to August 1st, I want you to lose yourself in that opportunity. I want you to lose yourself in that resolution. I want you to lose yourself in that thing that you are daring to do. Do not seek perfection. Do not seek certainty. Do not think about the chance, not taking the chance, because the regret of the chances we missed is greater than the chances that we did not take. Over time, we regret, let me say it again. Over time, we regret the chances we missed, not the chances we took. Secondly, lead with doing good. Nurture naivety. Be naive. Pretend you don't know. Just do it. Write something, hit send. Sign up for something, submit. Pay for this course, do it. Just be naive. Nurture naivety. Most importantly, develop your skill set, develop the mindset, and be able to strategically articulate that so that you can have your value worth. Remember, start with who you are, then add, not subtract. Don't try to be someone else. Be that someone else. What you're not changing, you're choosing. So, lose yourself. Even with those sweaty palms, grab the little thing, knock yourself off that platform, and have the greatest time on that zip line. Because the fact that you took that zip line means that you're ready to take any chance that's going to be beneficial for you, your family, and for someone else. August 1st is here. Wazesha Wednesday. I'm out.